If your life feels chaotic, it's because it has no structure. You don't lack intelligence. You don't lack potential. You lack a system. Most people wake up every day already behind on time, behind on focus, behind on control. They start the day reacting instead of deciding, reacting to messages, reacting to notifications, reacting to emotions. And reaction creates chaos. Chaos is not dramatic. It is subtle. It looks like starting many things and finishing none. It looks like being busy but never moving forward. Chaos drains your energy without results. It keeps your mind constantly active but never productive. That is why you feel mentally tired, not because you work too much, but because you decide too much. Every day your brain is forced to choose. What should I do now? What do I feel like doing? What can I postpone? Those constant decisions exhaust your focus. Without structure, your mind never rests. You jump from one task to another, from one thought to another, from one distraction to another. And at the end of the day, you feel empty, not accomplished, not proud, just drained. This is not a motivation problem. This is not a talent problem. This is a structure problem. When your life has no structure, your effort becomes random. And random effort never creates progress. And the worst part is this. Most people think this is normal. They think feeling scattered is just life. They think being unfocused is just how things are now. It is not. It is the result of living without structure. When your day has no clear beginning, no clear direction, and no clear ending, your mind stays in survival mode. You are always reacting, always adjusting, always improvising. Improvisation feels flexible, but it creates stress. Because when nothing is decided in advance, everything becomes a decision. And every decision costs energy. That is why by the evening you feel exhausted, even if you didn't do anything important. Your mind is tired of choosing. Structure removes that weight. It tells your brain, this is what we do now. And when your brain knows what to do, it stops fighting. That is where clarity begins. Most people think structure is restrictive. They think routines kill freedom. That is a lie. Structure creates freedom. When you know what to do, you stop overthinking. When your day has a plan, your mind can relax. Strong people don't decide everything every day. They follow structure. They wake up at the same time. They work in the same blocks. They remove unnecessary choices. That is not weakness. That is intelligence. Structure protects you from yourself. It protects you from distraction, from laziness, from emotional decisions. Without structure, your emotions control your actions. With structure, your standards do. That is why people with structure move forward even when they don't feel like it. They don't ask, do I feel motivated? They ask, what is scheduled? Structure does not need to be complicated. You don't need a perfect routine. You need a simple one. One wake-up time, one work block, one priority per day. Structure begins with boundaries. Boundaries around your time, boundaries around your attention, boundaries around your energy. Decide in advance. When you work, when you rest, when you disconnect. When decisions are made in advance, discipline becomes automatic. You stop negotiating with yourself. That is power. Structure removes chaos. Chaos removes clarity. Clarity creates progress. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer decisions. Build structure, and your mind will become calmer. Your focus will increase. Your confidence will grow because you are no longer guessing. You are executing. That is how strong lives are built. Control your mind. Control your actions. Control your life. Structure is not about doing more. It is about doing less, but doing it on purpose. Most people fill their days with noise, tasks without priority, effort without direction. Structure cuts through that noise. It tells you what matters and what does not. When you know your priority, distraction loses power. You stop chasing everything. You stop reacting to everyone. You stop wasting energy. Structure gives your day a backbone. Without it, your life bends under pressure. With it, you stay upright. This is why strong people protect their routines, not because they are boring, but because they are serious about their future. They don't let the day decide for them. They decide first. They plan when to work. They plan when to rest. They plan when to disconnect. That planning creates peace. Your mind stops racing because it knows there is a plan. And when the mind is calm, focus becomes natural. This is how structure changes everything. You don't need extreme habits. You need consistent ones. Simple rules, clear boundaries, non-negotiable priorities. That is enough to transform chaos into control, build structure, and discipline becomes automatic. Build structure, and confidence follows. Build structure, and your life stops feeling random. Control your mind. Control your actions. Control your life.